Good evening, everyone. I extend a warm welcome to the International Virtual Workshop on Enhancing Language and Communication. I find immense pleasure in introducing our honorable guest speaker, Dr. Noor Aini, Assistant Professor, Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia. She is here with us to share her knowledge on AA for English for academic purposes, the opportunities and the challenges. Dr. Noor Aini earned her doctoral degree at Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia. She has attended many international conferences as the presenter, namely Brownback Seminar at Northern Iowa University, DeKalb, USA, International Conference on Language Education, Teflon, International Conference in 2018, Science, Arts and Technology in 2018, Asia TEFL 2020, International Conference. She is a member of TEFL and Asia TEFL. She has got several awards, namely the Best Presenter at PKPT Research Report hosted by Higher Education of Indonesia in 2018. The Best Report Design for Basic Training for Civil Servant hosted by the Ministry of Education and Culture of Indonesia and Pulsar Bank 2020. Global Educator of the Decade Award given by the Leadership in Education Academy Development in Philippines in 2020, International Ambassador of Peace and Human Rights in 2021. Her research interests are teaching English as foreign language, teaching English in oral communication, English oral communication apprehension, ELT, material development and evaluation. We are really thankful to her for taking the time out of a busy schedule. Thank you, one and all.
Let me start it. Thank you very much. I would like to express my best gratitude to the Committee of International Workshop and Enhancing Language and Communication. And good evening from Indonesia. So sorry for being late. I have been Tarawih praying as a fasting month in our country. So thank you for having me. It's such an honor for me to have a part for this great international workshop enhancing language and communication. My topic is about artificial intelligence in English for academic purpose, challenges and opportunities. So thank you for the moderator for introducing me. I'm Dr. Noor Aini. I'm from Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia. I'm an assistant professor. Since I have been teaching since 2013, so this is my little bit experience. Okay, so I would like to deliver several parts of artificial intelligence in this case, and the last I will show you how do I apply the artificial intelligence in my class actually. Okay, so actually in Indonesia, especially in Indonesia case, education in this era is developed faster than before. So new curriculum always developed to adapt with the new situation and condition of the students' needs. So now the curriculum that applied in Indonesia is 2013 curriculum. So it is have set the purpose, the content and teaching material, and the way the teacher deliver the materials on teaching and learning process. So in that curriculum as well, trying to build the productive, the creative and innovative and also effective character in the students. So that is the focus things or the crucial part of the curriculum. The development of this education also affected by development of technology. So researchers actually, I and my team always develop the research about the new innovation that make is the human's life actually. So I do believe the teacher or the researchers around the world have already set the research regarding to the education and technology development. Well, so the students are required to be the one who may do these kinds of things by their creativity and innovation. It also shows that technology already being a good friend, yeah, for every student in their they spend their daily life. So not only for the students, even the lecturer, the teacher around the world. So technology is their friend as already. Okay, so in this case, the technology that often used in our daily life that we call artificial intelligence. So this AI may be the source that students use as their learning resources, playing resources, and other students' activity. In addition, academic aspects of students also affected by this artificial intelligence. Academic aspects that writer means or that we mean is all the academic process that related to the student's academic. It starts from the teaching and learning process, administration process, teacher and students relation, etc. So actually, there are still many other of academic aspects that affected by this artificial intelligence. So I'm gonna show you later in the next part. Yep. This presentation is also about explanation about the basic definition, the role and the implementation of artificial intelligence in academic purposes. All right. So actually, what is artificial intelligence? And I do believe that most of us, we actually have already we go with those artificial intelligence, but sometimes we don't aware that that is artificial intelligence. Like the handphone that we use, the Google searching. I mean, it is a kind of artificial intelligence. So according to Chanley et al. 2020, that artificial intelligence is the artificial or the result from the field of study, from the innovation and developments that have culminated in computers, machines, and other artifacts that have intelligence like human. So other scholars like Holmes stated that artificial intelligence is the technology that will change almost all industry to be something that works by technology instead of a human. So from Rose's definition, it has shown that AI have a role to help humans to finish their work. In this case, the students also be the one that needs this artificial intelligence to help them in academic aspects. So due to the form of AI itself is similar as human, it may work as a human instructor. Okay, now have a look at the challenge. Yeah, so the challenge actually what we have already faced since we know artificial intelligence is already integrated in education. The first one is a cultural bias. So cultural bias in this case is one of the challenges that really determine in our daily life actually. So cultural bias itself comes from subjective, personal description, and perception. So it is also referred to a vague approach. So when this narrow interpretation is used to define cultural characteristics, it causes problems actually from a conceptual and development perspective. So from a conceptual point of view, the folk approach lacks natural abstractions that can be generalized and reused in various cultural periods. So this is referred to critical flaw because it conflicts with the goal of a coherent global view of the culture domain as defined by Blanchard 2014, and hinders in interoperability and standardization of cultural representation. The second is AI data problem. So artificial intelligence has challenges with data collection and needs to address some big issues going forward. It is impossible to anticipate all the ways students learn, and it is difficult for the teachers to find one algorithm that will meet everyone needs. Okay, so AI requires a lot of information for computer programs to learn properly. So it must use a huge of data. Okay, but there are many problems that come with this process actually. So firstly, it is difficult because all pieces of data have to be collected and very complicated. Why? Because people can mislabel something or give the wrong answer. Okay? When asked about something like a photo, which can be very embarrassing. So people tend to use a different perspective towards the things that AI show, like in the data or in the photograph. Yeah, so that is one of those challenges actually. The third one is communication barriers. So the next challenge is that is a huge communication gap between teachers and students. If they use robots, of course, instead of human as a part-time instructors during school's hours, because of their inability to communicate with each other on a social level like ordinary people. It's really different when we are talking to human rather than when we talk to the robot, of course, even though that robot is like a human being. One of the more obvious problem when talking to artificial intelligence than other humans, language barriers are often a problem because machines sometimes will make an error while sending message. Unlike other people who will respond to the use of words or accents that provide context clues about their intention without needing to explanation from them on why they did something specific during the conversation process. Okay, I continue. Am I still audible? Please let me know when you cannot listen to my voice clearly. I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
All right, thank you. All right, so
Ma'am.
next about adapting the environment with artificial intelligence. So adapting educational system with AI in some schools is still kind of difficult. In country Indonesia, it needs more time to teach the teacher and the student as well to move to the new technology with AI may help in every work. So to implement this AI in school also needs strategies, needs a work hard, of course, and try to build more innovative strategies. So it will need more time, of course, to build the new strategies. Okay. Next, talking about the opportunities. Yep. The first one is tools for creative teaching. So creativity is one of the comprehension that the teacher may have. Yeah, to be a professional teacher, especially in this 21st century. So in our country, Indonesia, this 21st century is already integrating into curriculum. So AI technology in this case really helped the teacher to run the class with the creative way, of course. Especially for these 2 years, yeah, for the COVID-19, because of the COVID-19, so all the lecturers or the teachers, they are forced to be more creative, yeah, try to learn how do we use AI actually in our class. For example, the teacher may give students quiz use game application that contain AI technology right in, so the form of quiz is more competitive and creative will make students be more excited to work on the quiz. And this strategy really helps students for their academic aspect, actually. The second one is learning support from the students. So this time, some artificial intelligence technology that students may use as their learning support, but the most popular one is a Google, right? So Google itself have a feature named search engine. So this feature may help students to find many learning materials from many sources actually. So for example, students need to find materials, then the students can search it in a Google and find a difference about the human anatomy. So this is the form of how AI technology actually may use for academic purposes. The third one is about problem solving. So AI have a role as the media that may help the students to find the problem solving. See the way people solve the problem in the past actually. So in other words, students may use the data of the problem solving in the past to solve the problem that they face in this time. So therefore, writer conclude the data that collected by AI for this problem solving is very important. The fourth one is the administration process. So nowadays, the application that contain on AI technology, right, and already used in administration department of the school. So start from the manual attendance list that may help transfer to be a fingerprint one until the administration work such as electronic mail, effective and efficient enough, of course. So students this time don't need to went to their teacher house. Yeah, they don't need to go to our house or office to ask for the signature. They may send us via chat, and then the teacher may give their online signature. From this, it's shown that the use of AI may ease the administration process of the students, of course. And the fifth one is alternative for teaching and learning process. So in 2020, COVID-19 disease came to Indonesia and many people need to stay at home and did all the activity individually. Yeah, we have to stay in Indonesia, social distancing is a must. People need to always protect themselves with a health protocol while interact with the other. So on that time, AI such as social media and electronic mail really help for the students to stay run the teaching and learning activity. The sixth is the teacher and students relation. So what does it mean? So AI, as mentioned the points before, that also is students and teacher each other to keep them in a good relation. Students can consult the problem via social media instead of do it face to face. So teacher can always watch carefully their students by ask them via social media or instead of meet them in person. So this is quite effective and efficient, right? Even we don't go to university or college actually. We still can run the teaching and learning process, and we can still run and try to build a good rapport between the teacher and the students. All right, so let me show you how do I apply this AI in my class. But before that, is it visible? Can you see it? Can you see it, the screen? Is it visible?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
It is visible.
Is already visible? Sorry, let me.
No, ma'am.
Okay, let me share again, once more. What about this? This, can you see it? Is it visible?
It is still not visible.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to fix it. Oh, I see. Yeah. So the things that I have done in my class, yeah, I'm trying to explain it. I'm sorry. I've tried to insert ELSA application in hybrid learning to enhance the students' motivation in speaking. Okay, I will share later the paper that I have published. Actually, I will share in a chat box so you can read it. Maybe you can cite it as well. Okay, so the title is Inserting ELSA Application in Hybrid Learning to Enhance the Students' Motivation in Speaking. Actually, I did this one in 2021. Okay, I'm trying to use ELSA mobile app that offer instruction, native audio, practice feedback, and simulate it. Okay, the method that I use in that research is classroom action research. It consists of planning, action, and observation reflection. So I can share later. I can share later in a chat box the things that I have done. The result of my research is the consequence of the findings. Yeah, it indicates that the students have optimistic view on learning intensive speaking by using ELSA application to enhance the students' motivation, and it leads them to be more active and enthusiastic in learning. So it can be seen from the result of the student speaking performance and the result of learning motivation in the first and the second session. Okay, so the last but not least, yeah, I would like to say that, I'm sorry. I will say teacher will never be replaced by the technology, okay? But technology will support the teacher to change the world. Okay, so that is my closing remarks. Thank you very much for having me in this great international workshop. And if you have any question or comment, please don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you, and good evening, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for
Excuse
your
me,
enlightening and
Maya,
beneficial talk.